Hello, it's the Sinister Gambino here with a new stream. And this stream I'm going over the event week for this week from last Thursday in Grand Theft Auto Online, I should clarify. Because it seemed for some reason people confused my Red Dead one for the current one, because it has like 15 views apparently. So I don't know, I guess people thought I did that one real early or something, but in reality the truth is I was on like a vacation in another country entirely, so I've been away for like almost like 10 days or something. So yeah, the event week streams before this one and the previous one I did really early because I kind of had to before vacation. And coming back from vacation, I only had like a couple days for each one and whatever. And I keep falling asleep super damn early because it was 2 hours ahead or whatever the fuck, and I'm like completely fucked on my sleep and shit. It's some bullshit. So yeah, I don't want to like go without covering this event week at all, even though it's almost in a day now. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, that's what's kind of went down last week or whatever. I've just simply been on. I was just simply on a vacation in another country. I explained more on the previous stream. But yeah, I just want to focus on the event week from here. Trying to remember what that damned podium vehicle is. But yeah, I'll find out sooner. I'll find out soon enough, obviously. So if we go there, and I will. At least I can say I'm not as late as Rockstar not releasing the Panther statue, I suppose. At least I'm not that belated or anything, but yeah. Because that Panther statue from way back in the trailer, back in early December, still needs to release. I don't know why we still haven't got the Panther statue yet. We've got 1.5 times on the primaries for an event week, and then we also got the like 420 weed thing. It seems they want to really neglect that Panther statue for some reason. Just for comparison's sake, so it don't seem all that bad in this event week stream on the last day, but yeah. Because like Rockstar's doing similar shit with that damned Panther statue. It's amazing we still haven't seen it yet in the game. Like, actually. We keep getting all these traditional event weeks. Like, oh yeah, the Vapid Winky, that's right. Vapid Winky is the podium vehicle. And it's really not that great outside of customization. Ah shit, I forgot to pull up my spreadsheet thing for Property 152, but I'll only take maybe 5-10 seconds or something. Guess I'll start doing that while I spin this wheel here. But yeah, less than 24 hours on this event week. For those who don't know. I just got it. No way. I guess I'll take it. I didn't really want it, but I'll take it. I should have stored it. I really don't know. I should put. I'll actually just do Casino Palace Garage, because it is a podium vehicle.
The Diamond Casino and Resort would like to congratulate
That's where I
the
put all my
winner of a
podium
brand
vehicles,
new
actually,
car.
I believe. And my Paragon R Armored, I think, is there as well.
I should get back to the office. Yeah, right.
You know what? I actually got it. That's interesting. Like I said, I didn't really want it, but I'll take it. But yeah, this is in the off-road class, I'm pretty sure, honestly, for the Winky. still really can't believe I just got it on the last day of the event week viewing. And my one and only wheel spin for the week. But yeah. Winky is in the off-road class. And yeah, it's one of the latest vehicle releases from the Cayo Perico Heist DLC. And I'm not really saving that much necessarily, even with the trade price. If you have a trade price, it's under 25,000, but at its highest price for buy it now, you have $1,100,000. And the way you get the trade price is if you complete the Gather Intel mission in the heist. Now it might seem simple, but it really isn't that simple, unfortunately, to get this trade price. For those who don't know, Gather Intel obviously is the thing you do to, at the like way beginning of the heist, once you get onto like the plane and stuff, you know, like search the island and stuff. But yeah. I believe you have to literally complete a Gather Intel mission, so it's like getting all 4 things of like the guard clothing, like 4 different things for the grappling hooks and all that stuff. It's a really annoying trade price to get, because you have to get like all the grappling hooks, all the guard clothing and all that on a single Gather Intel mission. Like literally you gotta kind of uncover everything. The game will tell you what you need to uncover though on the like screen in the Kasaka submarine, obviously. So yeah. Like I don't think you need like the cutting powder, because I don't think it mentions it on the like screen on the Kasaka, but anything on the Kasaka that says like 0 out of 4 on the guard clothing, like grappling hooks and stuff, I think you need it for that. But yeah. I say it's one of the most annoying trade prices. The Cayo Perico Heist DLC has a lot of annoying trade prices, I feel, because some are tied to DJ missions, which are completely random, like when you get phone calls for them and stuff. So I don't think it's that annoying. At least you can guarantee yourself you can, like, have an attempt at it, obviously, but like, really need to get all 4 grappling hooks, all 4 guard clothing, all that stuff. Even if you're a solo player, like, come on. That's ridiculous. Like, if you're doing a heist of 4 players, I suppose it's not too bad of a trade price, but yeah. The one thing I can say is that it's worth getting the coding vehicle, or if you've already got it, then that's amazing, obviously. Since it's been 6 days old, or maybe it's on its last day or whatever as I'm making this. So yeah, best part of getting a coding vehicle, I suppose, is not having to work for a trade price. But yeah. It's not worth $1,100,000, it just isn't. It's the worst performing of its class. Not including unraceable options, of course. There's probably something that performs worse, but you probably can't use it in a race anyways. But yeah. For lap time, the Vapid Winky is 34th place out of all 34 raceable off-road vehicles, but there is like another almost 20, 18 to be exact, off-road vehicles that are non-raceable. So technically it isn't the worst, but it's one of the worst for a lap time. And then again, it's 34th place for top speed, which it's right behind the Dune Loader, which used to be the worst for a raceable option. So yeah, it's even worse than like the Dune Loader from day 1 of the game when it comes to its top speed. And again, it's possibly better than like the RCB Bandito, which is an unraceable vehicle. Besides for obviously like RCB Bandito races and like the time trials and stuff like that. So yeah, when it comes to a raceable off-road vehicle, it's technically the worst in the game. But yeah, customizations though, from what I remember seeing on it, is very amazing. That's the one thing that's worth having for is customizations, and then obviously it's kind of like a military vehicle. And it's actually free-seater, which is kind of unique. But yeah, I can't really recommend it, honestly, because it's some very bad performance and stuff. But yeah, premium race for the week, for the last day of the event week stream or whatever, as I mentioned before, is Crossing Paths for the Sport Classic class. Crossing Paths seems to start around like Rose Street or something like that, if I'm seeing it right. But yeah, being in the city, there's kind of only turns and stuff, so I'll just simply go over a lap time and make it short and simple, I suppose. But yeah, for a lap time for Sport Classic class, number one option is the Turismo Classic. But yeah, Turismo Classic is the number one option when it comes to the Sport Classic class. Turismo Classic is only like a couple to few 100,000 at most, maybe several at the most for the stock vehicle. Sport Classic class vehicles typically aren't really that expensive in the game. But yeah. Second place for lap time for Sport Classic class is the Cheetah Classic. Again, probably very similar price range as the Turismo Classic, maybe the slightest bit better in terms of price. And finally, third place for lap time for Sport Classic class is the Rapid GT Classic. And yeah, Rapid GT Classic, probably not necessarily all that far down from price compared to the other two options, so I would most definitely just recommend going to Turismo Classic, especially in today's day and age where you can make easy $1 million each time with the Cayo Perico Heist in the game now. But yeah. Now, where's that regular time trial? Regular time trials are here. And it's Lake Vinewood Estates. But yeah. Sounds like you have to go to Fort Zancudo from this location. There's quite the turns over there and stuff, so I feel it's kind of lap time and top speed. Thankfully, I remembered the supercar and motorcycle classes really well, because I go over them every week for the time trial and the top 3 from roughly 1322 spreadsheets. But yeah. For supercar class for lap time, first place for lap time for supercar class is the Progen Emirates, which is like 2.7, 2.9 mil for the stock vehicle. So yeah, that's number 1 for the supercar class is the Progen Emirates, and that's from the Down Casino Resort DLC. Second place for lap time for the supercar class is the Benefactor Krieger. That one's like 2.5, 2.7 mil, something like that. Also running the Down Casino Resort DLC, so it shouldn't be too far down the website for Legendary Motorsport. And then third place for lap time for the supercar class should be the Ducati Wagner. I believe it used to be the S80RR, but apparently it's been dethroned to the Ducati Wagner, which is like 1.5, like 1.7, it's somewhere in the 1 mil range instead of like high, mid to high 2 mil range. Instead, it's like mid to high 1 mil range on the Ducati Wagner. So it could save you like a single Cayo Perico Heist if you did like Wagner instead of like the Trojan Emirates, but yeah, again, you can make such easy money in this game now, so I might as well just go to Trojan Emirates. And yeah, back to Wagner is a way back from the gun running DLC, so yeah, you have to go quite the ways down kind of for Trojan Motorsport website on that one. And then top speed. Top speed #1 option for the supercar class is the P Fister 811, which is 1,145,000, something like that, from the Finance and Felony update from like mid 2016. So quite a ways down on Andre Motorsport website to find that one. Number 2 for top speed for the supercar class is the Principe Devastate 8, which is like $1.7, $1.8 million from like the Doomsday Heist update, so like late 2017. So yeah, kinda down on the Legendary Motorsport website in terms of how much you have to scroll to it and stuff. But yeah. And then number 3 for top speed for the supercar class is the Banshee 900R, which requires upgrading the regular Banshee, which is $130,000, into Benny's Origin Waterworks, or you could even use like the executive office garages, or the or you can even use like the arena garage, I'm pretty sure, as well, if you have the right mechanic and stuff. But yeah, that's all free of top speed for the top 3 for the supercar class. And by the way, I'm going off of pure memory, but do remember all of this, because I should remember all of it, because I go over it all basically every single week for the Tanjaro. And yeah, credit again goes to Profi1322. I'm using his spreadsheets and stuff, because it's a very convenient way to quickly get the lap times and top speeds of vehicles and whatnot. And yeah, motorcycle class for lap time. First place for lap time for the motorcycle class is the Nagasaki Shotaro. Nagasaki Shotaro is $2.2 to $2.3 million from the Bikers update. So like mid to late 2016 on the Nagasaki Shotaro, so quite the ways down on the Motorsport website. But yeah, if for some reason you don't have the Nagasaki Shotaro available for purchase, you have to actually play a match at deadline, I believe, to unlock it. You don't have to win or lose, you just have to participate in a match at deadline. Doesn't matter if you win or lose it, you just have to participate in it. So yeah, it's a requirement actually for getting it for purchase. But for #1 lap time, pretty worth it, but I don't really necessarily recommend it unless there's a complete lap time, because there is a vehicle later on that is also in the top 3 for top speed as well. And by the way, all the supercars that were previously mentioned were just top 3 lap time, or just top 3 and top speed. So yeah, I really just recommend the #1 options when it comes to the supercar class if you want to use a supercar or something. But obviously I recommend a motorcycle because you gotta deal with traffic and it's more spacious and stuff. Mine doesn't take up as much space, I mean, but yeah. Number 2 for a lap time for the motorcycle class. And by the way, going back to Nagasaki Shotaro, I believe you can lean forward or backwards with the stick for best possible speed. I think it's the only motorcycle you can lean forward or backwards with the stick, and you get equal amounts of speed. Other vehicles, they have to go forward as if you're doing like a stoppie, or backwards as if you're doing like a wheelie for best possible speed, even if it doesn't look like you're doing a wheelie or stoppie. Just doing a direction, I believe, increases its speed. But yeah, Number 2 for a lap time for the motorcycle class is the Shitsu Hakuto Drag, which is like $800,000-$900,000, so significantly cheaper than the Nagasaki Jotaro, but again, in today's day and age, you can make an easy 1 million, obviously, every time doing the Cayo Perico Heist, if you do it efficiently enough and stuff. It's not really all that hard, it kind of only takes like an hour, maybe even less, kind of. But yeah. But yeah. Hakuto Drag, I believe you have to lean forward with the stick for best possible speed, as if you're doing like a stoppie. So yeah. Going forward with the stick with Hakuto Drag, I believe, is the way to go fastest with that one. And it's 1 or 2 vehicles that work that way. The only other one like that for the motorcycle class, I believe, is the Nightblade. But I don't believe that's a competitive option, obviously. Just for comparison sakes is all. But yeah. Yeah, I don't have to lean forward with stick as if you're doing a stoppie. So I believe it works just like ATVs. I believe all the ATVs in the game. Any ATV in the game, I believe you have to lean forward with the stick for best possible speed. So it basically functions like ATV for its best possible speed for the Hakuto Drag. And then, 3rd place for lap time for the motorcycle class is the Body 801. Body 801's 3rd place for lap time and top speed, by the way. So it's the only vehicle I'm mentioning that's top 3 for both lap time and top speed when it comes to the time trial. So yeah, Body 801 is the best average time trial vehicle, so I definitely recommend doing the Body 801. And then top speed. Top speed, number 1 for top speed is the Manchester Scout. By the way, Body 801 is like 10,000 or under in price, so it's significantly cheaper than even a Hakuto Drag. And then yeah, Manchester Scout, I believe, is like but yeah, number 1 for top speed is Manchester Scout, which I believe is like 100 to 200,000, so not that bad on price. And yeah, Manchester Scout's a very recent vehicle release from Cayo Perico Heist. And from the Body 801 onward, by the way, you have to lean backward with the stick as if you're doing a wheelie for best possible speed. So basically, the last couple motorcycles I'm mentioning, you have to do backward with the stick as if you're doing a wheelie for best possible speed. But yeah, Manchester Scout is like the latest motorcycle in the game. So yeah, basically the latest motorcycle in the game is number 1 for top speed right now at the moment. Manchester Scout again. And then yeah, number 2 for top speed for motorcycle class is the BF400. BF400 was obviously dethroned when it came to top speed. It used to be number 1, but obviously Manchester Scout dethroned it in this update. But yeah, BF400 still has something going for it though. Unlike the Manchester Scout, BF400 can be used in both motorcycle and off-road races. It can be used not just for motorcycle races, but BF400 can also be used for off-road races when it comes to like a racing situation. That's something kind of unique with the BF400. It does significantly well in the off-road class, because it's a motorcycle. Like, yeah, you fall off of it, but it has a lot of like advantages, having very little space and it can turn easier and whatnot. I'm talking about off-road races there, obviously. But yeah, that's 2nd place top speed for the motorcycle class. And then again, as I mentioned, top 3. 3rd place for top speed for the motorcycle class, the cycle lap time is the Body 801. And yeah, Body 801 being the only number 3 option for lap time and top speed, being only one that's top 3 for both lap time and top speed. Definitely say body 801 is a choice to go on the time trial. Really any time trial, I'd say. And by the way, if I sound like shit at the moment, then it's because I kinda just woke up like half hour ago or something. To like 45 minutes ago. I was like, ah shit, I gotta do this event week stream before it goes away. Because it is the last day of the current event week. But yeah. I don't think I mentioned it yet, but yeah. Honestly, I think the best thing to mention in the title is the one new money opportunity, meaning the 2 times money RP mobile operations. I believe that's the only new money opportunity. Because Motor Wars is a thing until like, just, not December, but Motor Wars is like until June 2nd, I believe, for when Motor Wars finally ends its triple money RP. But yeah, I believe mobile operations is the only new money opportunity. So yeah, I felt that was definitely the best title for sure. And yeah. For event week highlights, I put the 100k mobile operation mission bonus. For those who don't know, you can make a 100,000 bonus if you do a single mobile operation, which you can technically still do for the last day of the event week. There's also 3 times research speed for the bunker, obviously, if you need to get like research for like the pressure missiles and like the ballistic equipment and stuff like that. So yeah, 3 times research speed is really helpful for unlocking all the different stuff. And 40% off the MLC and more. You know, it's definitely a discount, also worth mentioning. So that's what I put for the event week highlights, since I don't think I mentioned all that yet. And the RC Bandito time trials construction site 2. But yeah. While I don't have a RC Bandito guide for the construction site 2 RC Bandito time trial, I do have a guide for the first construction site RC Bandito time trial guide. I feel the first and second ones, they could share similar advice, so there could be somewhat of good advice in my construction site 1 RC Bandito time trial guide. But for those who want like a consistently released RC Bandito time trial guide, I would recommend GTA Men. GTA Men does RC Bandito time trial guides every time that RC Bandito time trial releases. So it's basically rehashed every time it releases. But yeah. For vehicle advice, obviously there's not really any to give, because I'm going to use RC Bandito in the first place. And yeah. There's also GTA series videos as well for something I would recommend if you need help with the time trial, but they don't commentate those, so you gotta really watch closely with them. So I recommend GTA Men if you want a good RC Bandito time trial guide for construction site 2. Yeah, now I think I'm gonna go over money opportunities. So that was kind of catching up with the beginning, so to go over the message spectator and stuff. But yeah. The practicality of Motor Wars is going to basically change every single week until the money opportunity goes away, so we'll go over Motor Wars again, since it does kind of change every event week, if depending on the like practicality of the mode and stuff. But yeah, basically some Some event weeks it's going to be really good to do Motor Wars, others not so much. So yeah. Again, Motor Wars is free time and some money in RP since the last event week. It goes until June 2nd, so it is like a whole month-long event week, if not slightly more than a whole month-long even. So yeah. This week, unfortunately, Motor Wars is not as good as it was the previous week. So yeah. Not as good of a moneymaker this week as it is last week. Because last week had the, like, bunker sales on, like, 2 times or something. So yeah, when bunker sales were 2 times, it was absolutely amazing, because bunker sales is a complete passive business. Since buying the bunker supplies, that's a completely passive thing. Like, obviously you can source the supplies, make it an active business with the bunker, but obviously the best way to go about the bunker would be to buy supplies, making it passive, so... Last event week was absolutely amazing for Motor Wars, because you could do that at the same time as making your bunker productive. This time there's no, like, money opportunity on the, like, bunker business. There might be 50% off, like, bunker supplies, but still, you're not making as much money as you did last week, even if bunker supplies is 50% off, if I recall right. So yeah. This week Motor Wars is not as good. This week Motor Wars is clearly not as good because there's no, like, passive money making opportunity this week. Because mobile operations is an active thing, obviously. So yeah. That's probably the best thing to do during the event week, besides for a single mobile operation for that 100k bonus. But yeah, I do kind of recommend doing that over the mobile operations. I think Motor Wars this time around is the best money opportunity. It's just not as practical to play this time around, I feel. Because basically it's not as good of a money-making event this time around as it was the last time. And yeah. And yeah. Mobile operations are not on the pause menu, so I'll just be talking about them. But yeah. Mobile operations are missions that you have to do inside of the MLC. So you have to have a mobile operations center, as the name suggests, in order to start the mission. And the missions are basically how you get the trade prices for different gun running vehicles in the game. So that's how you get, like, the trade price for, like, the Dune FAB, the half track, like the APC and stuff, is through those, like, mobile operations. So yeah. If you don't have trade prices for a lot of the gun running vehicles, mobile operations are definitely pretty worth doing for just the last day of the event week, but whatever. And yeah, I already have the Cayo Perico pistol, so I don't think it's anything significant over there or anything. But yeah. But mobile operations, it all depends on the mission, on how, like, easy it is and how much it pays and stuff. Payout's probably not that great necessarily on 2 times, especially when there's 3 times on an adversary mode. You might as well just do the adversary mode. Because again, Motor Wars is actually more convenient to actually start up than the mobile operations. But yeah. Motor Wars can already just be started in the pause menu, whereas you have to go inside of the MLC for mobile operations. So aside for the 100k bonus, I really don't feel it's that worth doing unless you need, like, any trade prices, obviously, for any gun running vehicles. But yeah. But yeah. If you're going for making money on the mobile operations, some mobile operations I would probably avoid. I don't know. DNFEB I think is a pretty good one for paying out. It's just kind of an annoying one, DNFEB, because the weaponry is not that good. The APC and half-track ones are probably pretty long as well, but again, they're kind of annoying. But yeah, if you want to balance it like speed and like a fun mobile operation, I think the like Oppressor Mark 2, not Mark 2, but the Oppressor, I think the Oppressor ones are definitely kind of some of the better ones for the mobile operations. So I kind of recommend the ones with the Oppressors as long as you're not that bad at like flying it, I suppose, but yeah. But yeah, basically some very small advice for the... But yeah, that's basically some very small advice for the mobile operations. Kind of hard to say what to recommend, because there's really not much of a one I would recommend. All of them are probably around the same in terms of payout and stuff. Plus I mentioned anyway, it's not really that worth doing for mobile operations unless you want to like trade prices aside from that 100k bonus. Which, by the way, that 100k bonus is supposed to be in the game by like May 19th. So it's not going to be deposited this event week, it gets deposited like the next event week, at the end of the next event week, or at the start of the event week after next event week. One of the two. But I'm making sure I covered everything at this point before we go into discounts. But yeah, I'm gonna be mentioning a couple discounts. But yeah, I was right in saying there is 50% off the cost of bunker supplies. But yeah, there's no 2 times money on the bunker, unfortunately this time. But yeah, while you're not getting 2 times, you are getting reduced cost on bunker supplies for this like last day, obviously. I'm making this event week stream because yeah, I was on a vacation at another country and shit, and my sleep schedule's been kind of fucked and stuff, so I haven't got to this till now, I suppose, but yeah. But yeah, those who were smart would have took advantage of it for the 6 days that I haven't made this event week stream for the 50% off bunker supplies, because technically you're getting more money, it's just not like double, and it's not like a direct increase in money or anything to the actual business itself. Mark II weapon upgrades are also 50% off. But yeah, there's 4 Mark II weapons I highly recommend over the rest. So yeah, the 4 I highly recommend for Mark II weapons on 50% off. I highly recommend a heavy revolver Mark II if you want guaranteed incendiary rounds. most weapons in the game don't have guaranteed incendiary rounds. There's like a percent chance that the rounds will set enemies on fire. Heavy Revolver Mark II, for some reason, has a guaranteed chance of putting enemies on fire, whereas all the other incendiary rounds are literally just a chance. So Heavy Revolver Mark II is unique in the aspect that it's guaranteed to light characters on fire. So that's one I highly recommend doing for 50% off a Mark II weapon. For those who might want to get some stuff on discount for the last day of the event week. And yeah, Heavy Sniper Mark II. Personally, I recommend the explosive rounds because it's amazing for vehicles. There's no denying that with the nerfs to explosive rounds over the years, I believe it's been nerfed to where it can't one-shot a player anymore. That was quite a long while ago. But yeah, incendiary rounds might be more powerful for enemies. Yeah, incendiary rounds might be more powerful for enemies, but again, they're not guaranteed like with the Heavy Revolver Mark II. But yeah, explosive rounds makes this thing a complete beast, obviously. And yeah, Marksman Rifle Mark II. That's another one I highly recommend. Because if you do the holographic sight, you can actually lock on with the Marksman Rifle Mark II. And locking on with a sniper rifle is kind of amazing, obviously. It then becomes the only like sniper rifle in the game that can lock on, which is absolutely amazing. It's not necessarily that practical in a lot of cases because it has a very slow rate of fire. It's not as great a rate of fire as an assault rifle, obviously, but yeah. By the way, I don't think I mentioned yet, but I did manage to get the combat shotgun off stream. Like literally the heist I did after that one stream with the like weed heists. Literally the heist I did right after that, it was in a location I could actually find for combat shotguns. I do have that, by the way. But yeah, my final of 4 Mark II recommendations for Mark II weapons would probably be Pump Shotgun Mark II again, because it's one of 2 weapons that can have the explosive rounds. These are literally the only 2 Mark II weapons that can have explosive rounds in the game. I highly recommend it just because it has explosive loads. So those are my 4 recommendations for Mark II weapons personally. Obviously all of them can be great, obviously, but yeah. Those are like the top 4, I'd say. And then, yeah, you can play it unlocked in Invade and Persuade T. But yeah, I don't know if Invade and Persuade T was a login reward before, or if it's been in the game before, it's not as a login reward, it had to be unlocked before or something. But yeah, it's an Invade and Persuade T that you can unlock by logging in. And yeah, there's also a free pink and green camo livery for rank 100 plus players for the night chart. So just like last event week, they're like rewarding kind of veteran players in a sense. So anyone rank 100 and above who play for a week will get the rare pink and green camo for the night chart. And yeah, the rest of it should just be like discount stuff. For like vehicles and all that. But I guess I'll go over the MOC stuff first, since it's kind of a property. But yeah. But yeah. As mentioned on the Mesa Spectator, the MOC itself is 40% off. So by 40% off the MOC, I believe it means the cabs. So yeah, obviously that's the Phantom Custom, which is a cheaper one, that's over 5,000 or whatever the price is on the All Custom. Personally, the performance is really not that different. So performance, I wouldn't really worry about. The performance is really not all that different. You probably won't be using it much when it comes to performance anyways. Probably won't be driving it most of the time. You won't use it, honestly. But yeah. There might be kind of a difference. This one might have more like fully resistant windows and stuff. I don't know. Oh, this one personally seems to have more armored windows. I don't know. The windows can have more resistance on that one or something, but yeah. I don't really feel there's all that much of a difference. I'd definitely just recommend a Howard Custom, especially in these days where you can get easy $1 million in this game. Every time you do a heist now, but yeah. There's a soloable heist in the game. It's obviously very easy to make money in the game, so you might as well just go to Holler Custom. I don't see much of a reason to bother with the Phantom Custom over to Holler Custom. And yeah, Command Center. It's a Command Center or living quarters. Obviously, I recommend the Command Center. I don't really think there's a reason to have the living quarters or whatever. But yeah. Honestly, for Weapon Vehicle Workshop, I kind of would probably recommend the Weapon Workshop over Weapon and Vehicle Workshop. But yeah. If you do the Weapon and Vehicle Workshop, you have to use both bays 2 and 3 for it. But I think I'm actually going to change it since I have like $5 million right now. I don't really know much on what to do with at the current moment. Believe it or not. I might be kind of saving up for the laser, to be completely honest, with that 5 million. Because it's like 6.5 mil for the laser, so it kind of has like a Pegasus vehicle and stuff. But I guess while it's on discount, I'll change to regular Weapon Workshop. Which obviously gives you more 2 Workshop. Weapon Vehicle Workshop is if you want to modify stuff inside of the MOC. But obviously the Avenger can modify anything that the MOC can. And yeah, you don't gotta deal with like bays and having to choose between different stuff. The Avenger can only fit... The Avenger fits everything, whereas it can only fit certain things with the MOC, essentially. So I feel Weapon Workshop's actually more worth it than a Weapon Vehicle one, because you can have an extra bay free. And yeah, bay free is the only one that allows for personal vehicle storage. So yeah, you can get yourself a single vehicle slot for your MOC. But yeah, you can get yourself a single vehicle slot with the MOC. But yeah, one vehicle slot isn't necessarily all that worth it. But still it is one more vehicle slot, and it's the extra slot you will not have, of course, if you don't have a personal vehicle storage. So yeah, I recommend Weapon Workshop most for Bay 2 over the Weapon and Vehicle Workshop, considering you can now use the Avenger, obviously, for the longest time to modify the same vehicles. There's also the weapon, like, mechanic in the, like, arena, obviously, that you can use as well now. So instead of, obviously, having the living quarters or the huge Weapon Vehicle Workshop, you might as well go to personal vehicle storage for an extra slot on vehicles. command center, weapon workshop, and then personal vehicle storage is probably my recommendation. Oh, what? Alright, so yeah, I even made renovations to my MOC. But yeah. Is the MOC all that worth it? Unfortunately, compared to other vehicles, similar vehicles like the Kasakta, but yeah. Fortunately, compared to similar vehicles like the Avenger, the Terabyte especially, being another land one, and the Kasakta, MOC has really declined in terms of its usefulness, I'd say. Really, the only good thing with the MOC is able to see mobile operations, and technically, again, a personal vehicle slot. Because obviously that's an extra personal vehicle you can own that you wouldn't otherwise be able to own with a personal vehicle slot. So yeah, the personal vehicle slot makes it pretty worth having. And then, yeah, has the exclusive mobile operations, so if you want an exclusive, like, if you want, like, some exclusive money-making potential, then, yeah, MLC is pretty worth it. If you want those exclusive mobile operations. As for weapons, which the weapons are on 40% off discount as well, I think you have to do that inside the bunker. It's basically the same exact weapons on the Avenger. The Avenger is way better when it comes to the weapons, because of course it's in the air, it can go in the air and stuff, you have a lot more places it can shoot and stuff. Not only that, I believe you can actually switch the, like, cameras when you're on 1C, whereas I believe you have to actually physically get off the C for the MOC, so you can just, like, press a button and switch to the different cameras, assuming there's not other characters using said seats on the Avenger. So yeah, in terms of weaponry, it's not really all that great anymore, because it's overshadowed by, like, almost all the other vehicles now. But yeah. But yeah. At least it has a money-making opportunity, unlike the Avenger, which does not. But its money-making is not as good as client jobs and then the Cayo Perico Heist with the Terabyte and the Kasaka. So I say it's more useful than the Avenger, because it doesn't really have any money-making stuff. So I'd say it's like the second worst, kind of, when it comes to practicality in the game, I suppose, for making money and whatnot. But yeah, last but not least, vehicle discounts. And all the vehicle discounts kind of seem to be on Warstock, actually. I don't think there's any on, like, a legendary or anything. But yeah, weaponized thingies at Prime Gaming discount for 35% off. Being a recent vehicle, it's obviously not going to be one of those 70-80% off discounts. But yeah, I went in details on my last event week stream for the weaponized thingy along with the other, like, Prime Gaming discounts, obviously. So if you want more details on the Prime Gaming discounts, refer to my previous 7-week stream for GT Online. But yeah, this is the last day to get the Weaponized Dana 35% off for Prime Gaming. But it's bound to be on that same or even better discount, obviously, throughout the event weeks in this game, obviously. They could do that same one for like a regular discount, obviously, 35%. I wouldn't really jump on it right now, necessarily. And yeah, weaponized thing is not really that practical right now in the game. Again, GB700W is a Prime Gaming discount from the previous event week. Today is the last day to go for 70 or 80% one of those two off the GB700W. I have a review and guide on this one, same with the rest of the JB700 variants in the game. And unfortunately, like a lot of land vehicles in the game, it's not really that great for making money. It's not as practical as like an air vehicle for getting around like the map and stuff, so obviously it's not going to be that great for making money. But yeah, the Stockade. Stockade is on a 40% off discount, surely. And yeah, I have the trade price for it. I'm pretty sure it's normally a trade price. And getting a trade price requires doing like the Big Con group sex. Yeah, it requires doing the Big Con group sex approach or whatever. Rather than Casino Heist. Or that trade price. But yeah. Or it's just a random But yeah. Goddamn throw, I swear to God, man. Fuck. But yeah. Stockade's just a random, like, Pegasus vehicle in the game. It's not really going to do you anything besides being a random Pegasus vehicle in this game. And yeah, quite frankly, I don't really want to go over the performance of it, because it's kind of random and stuff, and it's obviously not going to be that good, so yeah. It's really only good to get, I suppose, if you're collecting all the Pegasus vehicles, like I kind of am, but yeah. Next up is the Night Shark, which is normally 1,245,000, and this vehicle actually does not have a trade price from what I recall, and it's 747,000 right now. So a little under 500,000 it seems in savings, which isn't that great for the savings. But yeah, Night Shark 40% off. Unfortunately for weaponry, the Night Shark's not that great. I forget if it has proximity mines. I kinda don't think it does have proximity mines, actually. But yeah. The machine guns are not that great on the Night Shark. Night Shark has like pea shooter machine guns. The Night Shark's pretty infamous for having pretty bad machine guns. It's the vehicle I remember the most having not so great machine guns, personally. But yeah, it's a very fast and agile armored vehicle, so it does have that. So it's one of the kind of better armored vehicles, because it's pretty fast and agile for being armored and stuff. So there's that. And I believe you can obviously get like more protection of like the windows and stuff, I think, similar to like the Insurgent and stuff. But I believe you do get restricted in your like drive-by weapons and stuff as well. But yeah, it does have driver-controlled machine guns, which is kind of nice. Could be good for like killing players and NPCs and stuff. But it's not great for vehicles. At least really horrible machine guns for vehicles actually. So yeah, I believe the Night Shark has some of the worst machine guns in the game. I believe it can tow an anti-aircraft trailer, which is pretty nice. If you are playing with a friend, you can have them use like an anti-aircraft trailer with your Night Shark. And I'm sure it can be a pretty interesting combination for sure. But yeah, similar to a lot of land vehicles in the game, not going to make you a lot of great money or anything, but still. The vehicle, for what it does, is pretty decent. And yeah, I don't know if it can have proximity mines. I kind of don't think so, but if it can have proximity mines, it's at least armored, unlike the weaponized Tampa. But yeah, weaponized Tampa surely is well on a 40% discount. I'll verify that later. But yeah, instead of being almost 1.6 million with a trade price, it's 951,000. So a little over 600,000 in savings, I think. But yeah. Weaponized Tampa, as the name suggests, it's heavily weaponized. Might literally still be the most weaponized vehicle in this entire game, the weaponized Tampa. But yeah. You can get missiles on the weaponized Tampa. The missiles on the weaponized Tampa are not lock-on though. So do know when you're getting missiles for the weaponized Tampa that they're not lock-on, they're just free game missiles. So yeah, they're similar to missiles on like the Mule and like Pounder Custom and stuff like that. So yeah. While it does have missiles, they're not lock-on, so you do have to actually aim with them. But yeah. You can upgrade the regular machine gun, as seen in the picture, to like a dual remote gun. Regular machine gun I don't think is really that great. You don't get a lot of like angle movement and stuff like that. But trust me, the dual remotes are very amazing on the weaponized Tampa. I feel the weaponized Tampa definitely has the most controllable machine guns in this entire game. So yeah, when you get the dual remote one, you can literally like turn it like 360 degrees and stuff. It's so amazing. But yeah. This thing can also have proximity mines. However, it does have proximity mines, but it's not great. The vehicle is obviously not great for proximity mines, considering it has no explosive resistance. So yeah, considering the vehicle literally has no explosive resistance, I definitely don't feel proximity mines are all that worth getting on the vehicle necessarily. You might as well get proximity mines, obviously to have another weapon on it, but yeah. Clearly, if you're not careful, the proximity mines can get you killed. And then last but not least, as the mortars. Just like the dual remote gun, it's also the only vehicle in the game with mortars. Pretty sure it's the only vehicle with the dual remote minigun and then the mortars. Mortars are basically like grenade launchers on the back of it. But yeah. Mortars are basically probably the better versions of the proximity mines for the weaponized Tampa, considering you can like fire them at a range. You don't have as huge of a risk of blowing yourself up with the mortars, obviously. So yeah, it has quite the protection in the back, front, and of course, kind of anywhere else with the dual remote. And yeah. Again, being a land vehicle, not really that great for making money, because you need like a good point A to point B vehicle for making good money in this game, obviously, kind of. But what the weaponized Tampa excels at is like taking down like moving vehicles. So any moving vehicle you have to deal with, just use the weaponized Tampa. The weaponized Tampa is amazing at stopping moving vehicles on their tracks. And it's a very amazing vehicle for contact missions, actually. So while it's not good for a lot of money-making opportunities, it is good for certain contact missions, and it's also great for stopping moving vehicles, so definitely worth having for that reason. And yeah, that's a 40% off as well. I think it's actually the last vehicle discount I'm going to be going over here. Aside for the Prime Gaming Armored Box build, that is. And yeah. While it doesn't show off a discount, that's because it's not the actual technical on discount. It's the technical custom on discount. So if you take this to MLC, Avenger, or the like weaponized mechanic in like the arena, I believe as well. If you take to any of those three locations, you can upgrade the regular technical to a technical custom. So yeah. I don't think the upgrade price though is really that expensive. I think for the Insurgent it was like 200,000 for that upgrade price. So it's probably not that expensive of an upgrade price for the technical custom either. But regardless, technical custom upgrade price is actually on a 40% off discount. And yeah, technical custom unfortunately is nowhere near as good as the Insurgent pickup custom, I feel. Like obviously again, just like the Insurgent pickup custom, you still need someone on the back weapon obviously to control it. And quite frankly, you don't have like all that armor and all that from the Insurgent pickup custom. So technical custom I still don't think has any explosive resistance, I don't believe. You can get like armor plate on it, I believe similar to the Insurgent pickup, which does provide protection to the driver and passenger seats, but yeah. Your gunner is still exposed just as much. Whereas I believe the Insurgent, you can actually add armor even for the gunner. I don't think you can actually do that for the technical custom. So yeah, technical custom's really not all that good of a vehicle, but the upgrade price is 40% off for those who might not have a technical custom yet. I do believe the technical custom is used for like a target assault race though, so you can use like custom technical customs on one of the target assault races though, so that's something, I suppose, but yeah. Not that great of a vehicle, unfortunately, for this custom version, similar to the regular technical as well. But yeah, it's 40% off technical custom. And yeah, that should have been the last of the discounts already, actually. Buzzard's not actually on discount, just switched up at the moment. Same goes for the Insurgent pickup. That's not on discount, it's just switched up at the moment. So yeah, this one's just switched up at the moment, not actually on discount. But yeah. I suppose since I kind of mentioned it, with the other two, I might as well kind of mention the Armored Box Bill. Armored Box Bill is a 70 or 80% off discount right now, making it amazing 660,000 compared to like 2.2 with a trade price. But yeah. Armored Box Bill, unlike the other two, are actually pretty worth it, because you do get access to the fortified VIP work. So by getting Armored Box Bill, you do actually get an exclusive money-making opportunity. activity known as Fortified, which is VIP work. It's basically one that lasts like 10 minutes. You basically have to make sure your armored box build isn't get destroyed in like 10 minutes. And it's one of the better paying, like, it's one of the best paying actually for the, like, payout for the Fortified VIP work. That thing is, though, it lasts like 10 minutes, so 35,000, because 70,000 is the amount of, like, double money events. But yeah, you can make some decent money with the armored box build with Fortified. It's a pretty decent VIP work, actually. There's a pretty easy strategy with it, but I'm not going to go over it on here, because I've done that on the last stream, last 7-week stream for this game. And again, today's the very last day for all this 7-week stuff, including the Prime Gaming stuff. So if you want to definitely take advantage of it the last day, might as well on 60,000 right now. But yeah, that is finally going to be it for the stream. Sorry for the lateness of this one, I just kept falling asleep and stuff, and yeah. Like I mentioned, I was on like a vacation to another country. Not last Saturday, but Saturday before. Saturday before, I was on a like vacation to another country. I literally came back last Saturday, like a couple days ago or something. Yeah, I literally came back a couple days ago or something. Few days ago, maybe even. And of course, my stream wants to be a complete utter bitch when it comes to the performance of it. Wants to randomly fucking act the fuck up at the end. But too bad, it's literally the way into my fucking stream. Fucking. But yeah. Too fucking bad, it's literally the way into my fucking stream anyways. Piece of shit. But yeah. But yeah. But yeah. That's why my stream was late, was because of the vacation I had like a few days ago. That was like a week long or whatever. So yeah, that explains the lateness of this stream, especially the Red Dead Online stream. For this particular set of event weeks. Next stream is most definitely going to be the Red Dead Online event week stream. It should not be already on like Monday or something like last time, but yeah. And of course my stream wants to randomly act the fuck up at the end, so that's great. So we checked my stream and all that right now. It's fucking pose. But yeah. Already checking that shit right now, at least it's still showing, but yeah. But yeah, screw you Sony, fix your stupid streaming bullshit. Your fucking streaming should probably work way better with Sony instead of having a constant message bullshit. I can just randomly pop out whenever the fuck it wants to feel like it and ruin my stream quality and shit. But yeah, that's fine with me for this fucking stream. Hope you fucking enjoyed. Thanks a fucking lot, Sony. Fix your streaming. So you never will. Come on.